Hello everyone, Alistair Gold here. Before we get into anything else today, I just want to quickly touch upon that incredible Dele Alli interview. Honestly, the bravery to talk about the things he spoke about. Honestly, I found that one of the most remarkable interviews I've ever seen. Was it just under 45 minutes worth of... it was so difficult to watch at times, so emotional to watch at times. Just the overriding sense I got from it, though, was just how brave he was in the subjects that he opened up on and what he spoke to people about, because it gave me a real sense of hope for Dele and what comes next for him. But I also really felt how inspiring that could be for other people. Anyone else going through any issues with their lives and the mental health side of things, or any addictions or anything that's happened in the past, to see someone kind of, that moment, honestly. I mean, you saw even Gary Neville was tearful, and it was just... I think I just think that's the way to say it. I think it will inspire other people. And as he kind of said in it, regardless of their headlines, whatever kind of came out of it afterwards in terms of the media, if he can help just one other person, it will have been incredible. But I think it will be so many more than one person. I think so many people will have been touched by that, and it will inspire them to open up and talk to people and hopefully really change their lives for the better. I love the fact that he's been taking some real major steps behind the scenes himself to kind of just help himself get through a lot of these horrible things that have happened to him in the past and the problems he's had subsequently. And again, I know you've got to kind of fingers crossed and everything, but it really felt like such a huge stride forward for Dele. And yeah, I just hope this leads to what it feels like it's going to lead to, which is, I was going to say the old Dele back, but he made it quite clear in the interview that he doesn't want to just be the old Dele. He wants to be even better, and I think that's massive. And he sounded so passionate about the game again, and it was just wonderful. It was lovely to... It's really difficult. I don't want to say it was lovely to watch, because it wasn't. It was a really tough watch. But it's lovely just to see him in a space where he feels happy again. I think that's the most important thing. And, also, I know it's not as big as the main thing, but also kudos to Gary Neville for it as well, because, Spurs fans obviously haven't been the biggest fans of Gary Neville, what with the Harry Kane interview in 2021, which obviously came at an awkward time and things like that. But I actually felt that Gary Neville did the most important thing you can do in an interview, and that is just to let the interviewee talk. Let them go where they want to go with it. Let them speak. And he let Dele say everything he needed to say and get off his chest. And that was so important. You get so many interviews nowadays, and it frustrates me so much to watch when the interviewer kind of interrupts and feels like they have to kind of force or turn the angle of the questioning or the interview where it's going. Just let the person tell their story. And he did that so well, and that I really felt helped Dele kind of feel comfortable and not feel like he was in this pressurized interview situation, even though it kind of was. I just felt that was such an important thing. And honestly, if you haven't watched it, I really recommend you watch it. It's like I say, brave is just the word I only keep saying, to talk about the things he spoke about. And again, it's just another example that we don't know what's going on in people's lives. We don't. We're all so quick to judge and criticise, and I include myself in that, in media, anything, without knowing what might be going on behind the scenes with people. And yeah, honestly, I really hope that these are the big, huge first steps of a real renaissance and return for Dele Alli. That would be wonderful. I actually saw some people say, wouldn't it be great if he came back to Spurs? And do you know what? There was a part of me that thought, do you know what? In the Postecoglou system with a number 8, your mind starts to kind of flash forward far too much. And then you've got to remind yourself, it's just about the now for Dele. It's about continuing to make these steps forward, and hopefully he really gets back to where he was, but then is even better. He's still young. Was he 26, 27? It's there's so much road ahead of him to do what he wants in his career. He can have such a long career left ahead of him. And if he's got that fire back in him and that passion, who knows where it can go for him. Yeah, I didn't actually get to watch it until later in the day today because I had a really busy morning and I just wanted to carve out that little bit of time, that 45 minutes or so, to watch it, and it was worth it. It really was, and I really do recommend it to anyone. Yeah, remarkable. It was remarkable. So yeah, that's Delhi. I just wanted to say that first because I felt that everything else we're going to talk about, ultimately, it's just football. And I felt with this and Delhi, this was life, and this was a really important thing. I didn't want it to feel like it was anywhere lower in the pecking order than the first thing I should talk about. So yeah, wonderful, and hopefully it leads to fantastic things for Delhi. I really hope it does.